Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to film today's video for two reasons. One, because this is the Rosegirls mini melters and I'm obsessed with these. And two is because this is the first video I'm filming in the main part of my house. We're finally moving in tonight. It's actually St. Patrick's Day, so happy St. Patty's to all my fellow Irish people. I am part Irish. I'm mostly Irish. My dad's half, my mom's a little Irish, and then my dad's half Irish, half Italian, and my mom is just a total mutt. So with all the mix that I have, I'm mostly Irish. So St. Patrick's Day is always pretty exciting for me. And even though I don't like party and go to the parade and drink like I used to, but I did have Irish soda bread for breakfast this morning, so I feel like I did my part. Anyway, this is the first video I'm filming in the main part of my house, and I'm not sure where I'm gonna do the filming. This is my kitchen table, which is not gonna be permanent here because it really doesn't match our kitchen at all. But for the time being, it's here because we are gonna redo the kitchen, but that's probably not gonna be for another year or so. So yeah, this table may look familiar because I did have this in my apartment and I did film a couple of hauls on this table in the apartment. I know usually I was in my kitchen, like on the countertop, but I think I did a couple like Yankee Candle hauls anytime I wanted to sit down, because typically I film my videos standing up, and I was going to stand up, but I don't really like the granite countertops in this kitchen. When we moved in, the kitchen was green granite, white cabinets. The floor is whatever, it's like a tile floor. And then the walls were yellow, like pea yellow. It was so ugly. It was so ugly. The only good thing about this kitchen are the white countertops, cabinets, but they're really old. I mean, this kitchen is like circa, I don't know, late 80s, maybe the early 90s. Old appliances, old everything. We may get a new sink for now, because this thing's pretty bad, but it's a really nice size. The kitchen has great bones. I'm sitting under a huge skylight that isn't bringing in any sun because we had a major snowstorm, so there's like 16 inches of snow on top of the skylight, and then there's all windows and like glass doors around here. So it is a really beautiful kitchen, but it'll be more beautiful when we put our own touch on it, but that's all to come. So anyway, let's get into the haul. So this is really exciting because I think Rosegirls mini melters are really cool. Obviously, one of the biggest draws to vendor wax is the incredible scent blends. Like, at least for me it is. I think vendor wax is one of the most creative hobbies I've ever indulged in, because the scent notes are so unique. These people, the owners of the wax companies, they blend scents that like you would never even think to put together. Like, I can't even think of any off the top of my head, but there's so many times I get them and I'm just like, oh my God, I never would have thought that this would go, but here it is and it's amazing. Like a perfect example is VCS, Backwoods Barbie. It's strawberry, satsuma, and cotton candy. Like, I never would think to put cotton candy with like fruity scents, and that's like not even one of the most intense ones. So like, yeah, the blends are amazing, and like Rosegirls has a ton of awesome ones, and she has such cool names like Wackadoodle, Fluff Puffs. Like, I love that. Like, that to me, that's like pure creativity and artistry, and it's what I appreciate the most of vendor wax. So what Jenny from Rosegirls did is she created this, which are called mini melters. So if you can see here, well, not this one, but these are like one single scent note. And where her wax is typically chunks, and I'm sorry, I'm so ADD, but you like my nails? I just got them done yesterday and I changed the shape. I had the coffin nails and I had them file them into stilettos, and I'm obsessed with them. I think I like these even better than the coffin, but besides the point. Anyway. So typically she has her chunks, and it's like these chunks, and then she doesn't over pour over it, so her wax is like 2 or 3 different colors. So these are the mini melters, and what they are is, instead of the chunks, they're just these little cubes or slices, whatever you want to call them, and they're in single scent notes instead of the blends. And the purpose of these is, obviously, I'm sure it's easier for her to pour, and we can blend them ourselves. So you can get scents like my friend Lindsay I had sent her like, I think it was wild berry creme brulee or something, and she loved it. And so she asked in the group, she was like, which mini melters can I get? So someone recommended the 3 scents to order that she could make her own wild berry creme brulee scent. So like she'll get those 3 and mix them all 3 cubes in a dish, and it'll smell like that Rosegirls scent. That's a blend that she likes. So I did not buy my mini melters with that intention, because I'm not that creative, and like I would rather just buy the chunk. But there were so many good scents in here that I wanted to buy just to have for single note melting, because sometimes I do just like to have like 1 note, and these are all ones that I do like the single notes of. And then I got this one because it kind of is a blend, so I was like, all right, that's cool. I mean, if I was gonna blend any of these, I would probably blend like these 2 together, or maybe I would mix like pink sugar and zen. But anyway, we'll get into it. Let me actually grab my iPad. Give me a second, because I want to get the scent description for one of them. Hi, Gatsby. Gatsby is just hanging out in his little doggy bed. I just realized I didn't have coffee yet this morning. I had one of those crazy mornings, like I had to go to work and teach early, and I was just like doing some stuff around the house beforehand. And then, like, I don't know, I just, the morning got away from me, and I was like, oh, it's St. Patrick's Day, and I just wanted to like toast up some soda bread, and I like forgot to have coffee. That never ever happens. I never forget to have coffee. So yeah, I gotta do that. So I'm just searching in Rosegirls right now, Zen, because I want to find the scent description. I know it's in here somewhere. Here we go. All right, got it. All right, so let's get into the haul. I'm gonna start, oh my God, it's like almost 10 minutes and I'm like blah, blah, blah. So let's start with the sample, and this is in fresh cucumber and pink sugar. Now, this was like a big deal. So my friend Lindsay got her mini melter package before me. We had like this huge snowstorm on the East Coast, like it was snowstorm Stella, I think. There's this crazy huge blizzard, so a lot of the mail got really messed up and held back, blah, blah, blah. So I got this a little later than I typically would have. So Lindsay had gotten hers, and she was like, oh my gosh, this sample, fresh cucumber and pink sugar, is incredible. Like, you'll love it. And the whole thing about this was Jenny had poured this in a chunk bag for her current pre-order, which I think just closed this a couple days ago, on Tuesday maybe. So this was like a couple days before the pre-order was opening, and like I had my list ready to go, and Lindsay's like, no, you need fresh cucumber and pink sugar, it's so good. And I was so nervous about it, because I'm like, I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna order it, because I really don't like cucumbers. Like cucumber in wax and candles, to me, because I've smelled cucumber candles before, not so much wax, because I'll never order it. It smells like when you leave veggies in the fridge too long, and like they start to like condensate, and like it's the stage right before they go rotten, and they just get like really watery and soft, and they'll leave like jism in the bag, like, or like when you leave, yeah, like that, I don't know. And it's just like, it's a funky note to my nose. So I'm like cucumber has never smelled fresh to me. And she's like, no, don't worry, it's so not cucumber at all. It's more like a fresh water scent, and it's really heavier on the pink sugar. So then people were raving about it in Jenny's group, because everyone got this as a sample, and people are like, oh my gosh, it's so good. Like, it's a watery note, it's a fresh note, it's the pink sugar, like it's, and so everyone's describing it, and I'm like, okay, this really does sound amazing. And I knew I was gonna get this as a sample, but I couldn't. I wanted to get that pre-order in. Like, I didn't want to wait. I was like, because even though it's a pre-order stays open, I'm like, but what if it closes? So I went ahead, I took the gamble, and I ordered the 10-ounce bag of fresh cucumber, pink sugar, and I told Lindsay, I was like, listen, worst comes to worst, if I don't like it in the sample, like, you're getting that 10-ounce bag. So I ordered it, and when I got this sample, I was like, yes, I'm so glad I took that chance. I'm so glad she kept like pushing it. It was like, no, trust me, it's good. And we have such similar noses that I was like, right, if she says it's good, I'll take the chance on like what she says. And she was so spot on. She was so right in that it's way more pink sugar. I get more pink sugar than anything on this. Like when I take the cube out, I do get that watery note, and it is just that. It's a fresh watery note. Like, because I'm thinking cucumber in my head, but no, it's not. You know what it smells like? It's Bath & Body Works cucumber melon. That's the type of cucumber I'm getting. I'm getting pink sugar with, like, when I smell that cube, the slightest background note of Bath & Body Works fresh cucumber melon. And it's just like a fresh, beautiful pink sugar. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I love it. I love it. Like, I'm so glad I got the bag. Even though I have this huge bag of pink sugar here, I'm so glad I got the other 10-ounce bag of cucumber and pink sugar, because that is phenomenal. And so what she's doing with the mini melters is her website is going to be open all the time just for these mini melters. So these will always be available. You can always go onto Rosegirls and order mini melters now. So if you ever see pink sugar and cucumber, you have to order it. If you like fresh scents, if you like pink sugar, you need this because it is freaking phenomenal. So the first bag I got was pink sugar because obviously you guys know I am freaking obsessed with pink sugar. Like, pink sugar and Love Spell are my jam. And I do have a clamshell from Hayden Rowe of Love Spell. So I wanted to get this pink sugar mini melter to mix with that Love Spell clamshell. Or if I'm just in a pink sugar mood, just to have by itself, because sometimes I just want to smell pink sugar. So see, these are tiny, and Rosegirls, for me, the less the better. So this is like one perfect melt. And I know this is small, like this is not even an ounce, but I would put this right in my warmer, and I'm telling you right now, it'll throw like a beast, especially in a low wattage warmer, like the Glade 20 watt. But like this piece right here, I may like, I would probably melt the whole thing. Maybe I would cut a little off if I was really feeling like a stingy bitch, but otherwise I would probably just chuck that whole thing in there. But this is really good. This smells exactly like the perfume, the Aquilina perfume. It's not Sassy Girl Aromas pink sugar, which to me doesn't smell identical to the perfume. SGA's is like very sweet. It's a sweeter pink sugar. And pink sugar, like the cologne, almost has like a little bite to it. And that's exactly what this one has, but it's not as like astringent-y as that Walmart one, but it's still like, it's really good. It's really beautiful. And I think it's gonna mix really well with this guy. So I'm excited for that. And I think it'll mix beautifully with the Zen. So next I got Satsuma, and Satsuma is a scent note that a lot of vendors do blend with other notes, but I really just love Satsuma on its own. Satsuma and Bath & Body Works Warm Vanilla Sugar were the two scents that got me hooked on like all things scented, like body washes, lotions, perfumes, oil. Satsuma was one of the first like scented things I ever got, and I don't even remember the form I got it in, because this is going way back. Like, I mean, I was in middle school or younger. I may have been in like the 4th grade, the 4th or 5th, maybe even the 3rd grade. I was really young. And I had this friend of mine who had an older sister who was like a little grungy, a little hippie, because this was like in the 90s, the late 90s. And, you know, they would like, her older sister was in high school and she would burn candles and oils and all these things. So she was always in the body shop getting the oils. And so I went there with my friend, you know, we went to the mall with our moms and we were like smelling all the oils, and I had bought a Satsuma oil. Of course, my mom would not let me burn it because obviously I was a kid and she thought I was gonna like burn the whole house down or like stick my fingers in hot oil and burn myself. So I wasn't allowed to burn it, but she did let me buy it for whatever reason, and I would just like keep it on like my nightstand in my bedroom and sniff it. And then I bought like, you know, the shower gels and all the things Satsuma. So it's a really nostalgic scent to me, and I just love it. I love it so much, and it's such a beautiful, bright citrus, but it really just takes me back to my childhood, and it takes me back to like the fun memories of like when I first started getting into smell goods and like scented things, and just how much joy it brought me. Like, scented things and fragrance like brings me as much joy now as it did back then. And I just remember like sitting on my bed and sniffing that vial of oil and feeling so happy. Like, it would make me feel so good. Like, obviously I had no concept of like what anxiety was when I was so young, but like in hindsight, like that's exactly what I was doing. Like, if I would get like as stressed as a little kid could be or upset, like I would hang in my room and like smell things, and it would make me feel better. And that's exactly just what this takes me back to. This smells exactly like the Body Shop Satsuma. Like, it's so spot on. It's so spot on. It like brings a tear to my eye. It's so good. Like, not to be dramatic, but it's fucking amazing. It's just so good. And I can melt this scent all year round because I love it. It's phenomenal. I love it in the bathroom, bedroom, living room, kitchen. Doesn't matter. You can do it anywhere. So the next one is Zen. I had one piece of a chunk blend that was Zen Spearmint from my friend Joanne. And not only was it incredible, like just such a gorgeous, beautiful, amazing scent. The Zen was stronger than the Spearmint, because I'm not really a Spearmint fan, but I could smell that like sweet, like spa fresh scent, and it was so good and it was so strong. So when I saw she poured Zen, I was like, I'm not sure exactly what I'm smelling. So I looked at the scent description and I was like, oh my God, yeah, that makes sense. Like it's so good. So the scent, because like I said, it's like a sweet spa scent. So the scent description is spa-inspired musk and smooth vanilla form a relaxing base for notes of peony, rose, violet, and white cherry blossom with airy melon top notes. So when I'm saying like fresh, sweet, I think what my nose picks up is the melon, because there is, like I had said to Lindsay when I got this, I'm like, it's almost got like a fruity freshness, but like it's not fruit, but there's like an undertone of fruit. So I think like what my like little nose was trying to get at was like, there's melon in here. But this is absolutely incredible. And this goes so well. Like I can burn my incense with this scent. I can melt this scent on its own. I can mix it with other things. This may even go with the satsuma. Like, this is just so effing beautiful. Oh my God, if they made a perfume in this, I would buy it. And I would wear it daily. This would be like an everyday perfume for me. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so unique. I don't even know what to describe it to, but it's amazing. If you like fresh scents, if you like spa scents, you need Zen. It's just so beautiful. It really smells like a luxury spa in a hotel, like that serving, like fresh, like, you know, when they put like the citrus, like my job has a spa in it, and they have like citrus water, like they have like orange, lemon, and lime slices like in the water in the spa. And then like, imagine they had like that and like a bowl of like fresh fruits, and like you could smell the oils the massage therapists were using and like all of that stuff. That's what this smells like. It's just so relaxing and so beautiful. And finally, the last thing I got is lavender coconut sugar cookies. So I assumed that this would be heavier on the lavender and maybe be kind of like a lavender buttercream type of vibe, like one of those bakery lavenders. And it is a bakery lavender, but unfortunately, it's definitely heavier on the bakery than it is the lavender. But it's still really freaking good. It's really nice. Oh my goodness. The coconut that's in here reminds me so much of the Bath and Body Works pumpkin coconut candle. You know, that like really bakery coconut that smells like coconut cake, toasted coconut, like that's the coconut that's in here. And then I get that like super bakery cookie note, and then the sweetest lavender. There's nothing herbal or astringent in this whatsoever. This is straight up like sweet, sweet lavender. It's really, really good. If you've ever had like a lavender pastry, like I think they make like lavender macaroons and like different like lavender like in desserts, like if you've ever had a cupcake with lavender frosting where it's like just the slightest hint and there's a little lavender bud on top, that's really what this reminds me of. Like imagine you had a Bath and Body Works pumpkin coconut candle burning and you were eating a lavender frosted vanilla cupcake, and that is this wax right here. So, and look at these colors, like these are so spring and beautiful. I'm like over here like bouncing up and down in my chair. I'm so excited about this order. I love Rosegirls. I think she has amazing scents. Her throw is so consistent. Everything from her I put in my warmer. Throws phenomenally, is so strong. She has so many scents to choose from. She always does pre-order, so it's easy to order. You just go in there, you get your things, and you go. She has flash sales. She's super active in her Facebook group, and it's a lot of fun in there. And it's just like a really awesome family company to support. So I could rave about Rosegirls all day. Love her wax, and like I'm so happy to support her. So that is that for this video. Definitely check her website now, because I'm pretty sure it's open with the mini melters right now. So if this is something that you're interested in, go for it, check it out, and enjoy, because these are amazing. As for cure time, I give Rosegirls a month. I'm gonna write the date that I received these on after I finish this video, and I received these, what, like a couple days ago? I'll figure it out. All right, thanks guys for watching. Here's a quick pic of Gatsby since you just waddled over here. You're so cute. Hi buddy, look how sleepy he is. Do you like this sweater? Oh, did some snowfall? Oh, what is it? What is it? He was very protective. He hears a sound and he goes on the defense. Here, fix your little sweater. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video. Bye.